What is up, YouTube? G Dickens back here again. Today we are going to go pound for pound with the Cheyenne Nova and the FK Iron Flux. So first thing first, as far as the FK Iron Flux goes, there's two versions of the batteries. This battery here, it was supposed to be compatible with eGive. I believe it is on the Dark Labs app, but you can actually, on the Max battery, you can actually give it like an eGive mode, like right on the battery. You don't need to do the app or anything. It'll be right on the screen. But that's the Flux Max. So we're just going to compare to this one. This one you can, I do believe, put it in the app. I've tried it a couple times. I was having connection issues as far as it went with my phone, so I kind of gave up on it. But the Nova, it as well does have an eGive mode on it, which once you turn it on, you can turn it on. You have a constant mode, and then if you shut it off and you hold the button in for a second, you'll see that the light will start to strobe a little bit. Okay, now you have an electronic give the same way that you do on the Flux. Though on the Flux you can kind of adjust the levels of the amount of the eGive that you have. You can't really do that with this one, but both work relatively similar. You can kind of hear a little bit of a bog down on the motors, and it's nothing like a coil, but the concept's cool, and it does actually work a little bit. So as far as these two machines go, due to the connectivity issues that I was having trying to get the eGive to go on this on the app, I'm going to have to give the lean towards the Nova Limited, just because you can go from E mode or the eGive to back to constant mode within the second of a button. As far as looks go, to be honest with you, I love the Nova Unlimited, but it's just kind of bland. It's just a black machine. It's, you know, it's OG Cheyenne tattoo machines. You got the real cool like Lambo orange color that they use with the black aluminum housing. It's not a bad look. I like the look of it. It's cool. But as far as the Fluxes go, man, you can mix and match so many different colors. You have so many different options, so many different finishes. You can really personalize your machine with the FK Iron's Flux, which is something that you just can't do with the Nova. And I really do like the look. I like the feel. I really enjoy using the Flux, you know, and I really enjoy using the Nova. But as far as like personalizing, having artistic freedom to be able to create a machine that you want, FK Irons actually has it now available on their website, to where you can choose a grip color. You can choose a housing motor color. You can choose a battery color. Like, you can literally build your own tattoo machine, which I think is super, super cool. So as far as the looks of the tattoo machine go, I'm going to have to give the edge to the FK Iron's Flux on this one, just because you have the freedom to do exactly what you want to do with it and choose the colors and make it your own. So as far as the Flux goes, I'm going to have to choose this as far as like the build look to it. Comfortability on these, I mean, they're both super comfortable. You work hours and hours and hours with both of these tattoo machines. The vibration on them, it's not really good to run your machines without cartridges in them. Just trying to get a vibration comparison. They both have relatively the same amount of vibration, which is little to none. This one's a little bit more chattery. I could probably get it serviced. But this one's a little bit more chattery than this one. But it's just based off of usage and things like that. Comfortability, I'm going to give it a tie here, because they both are relatively the same grip size, which again you can buy an EXO grip and put it on here, and you have a larger grip. But I'm going to be honest with you, both of these grips are relatively about the same size. They're about the same weight. They have about the same the vibration is just about the same. So again, this is going to be a draw for me on the Cheyenne Nova Unlimited and the Flux. Battery life on these things, they're both really good. Neither one of them have given me a ton of issues. Occasionally I'll have to send in a battery, have it serviced by them. It'll go into like a mode where it's just blinking blue. I don't know, you just kind of restart it. Sometimes you can put it in travel mode and then plug it back in to unlock it to use it again. Sometimes that works to restart it. Sometimes these ones can be a little fucking fidgety. But I do like the way that it's set up, to where you don't have to completely unscrew something and put it back on, put it top back on. This machine, the battery life is great. You don't have to worry about battery pack with a computer in it. You don't have to worry about connecting it to an app. You don't have to worry about any technological issues going on with the battery, because this is, you take the top off, you have to slide this out, put it on a charging dock, then you have to take this back out, slide it back in, put the top on. When you're in the middle of a tattoo, if for any reason it dies, it can be a little bit of an annoyance, just because you have to unwrap the entire machine, crack the top open, put the new battery in, you have to re-barrier your machine, so it can be a little bit complicating. This one's not as complicating. You still have to do it the same way. If your battery dies, pop it off. You pretty much have to break your barrier at that point. But as far as battery life goes, they're both the same. I'm gonna have to give the edge to the Cheyenne Flux on this one, just because of the battery system. I know that there's sometimes some technological issues. That's really with everything in life at this point that has technology involved. You're gonna run into little bumps along the way, no matter what. But I do like how they have the control panel and things like that. It shows your voltage and things like that. This one, you hold the button in, you twist it, and it gives you a chart of the volts. So you really never know your true volts, unless if you're at a perfectly 90-degree angle, like right in between. I mean, you get close to the chart, but it's never going to be exact. This one, you can kind of get a consistency of it because you have like a control panel. And actually on the Flux Max battery, you actually have a digital view. So as far as the battery goes, I'm going to have to lean a little hard to the Flux on this one. I feel like I'm tag teaming them with the Flux Max on this one with the battery. But I mean, the Flux Max battery is really cool too. So if you want to check those out, just check out the Cheyenne. Again, you can mix and match some things. I think it's super cool. But it's not to knock the Solnova Unlimited. These are probably, I'm going to be honest, 2 of my top 3 tattoo machines available on the market today. These are probably my 2 favorite tattoo machines. So it's neither to knock here or there. If you have a Flux and you're trying to try another tattoo machine, I would try this. The Bishop Power Wand is also in my top 3. So there was a question earlier in one of my previous comments of, I have a power wand and I'm looking to have a secondary tattoo machine. What should I go for? Either one of these 2 tattoo machines are going to be the answer that you're looking for. You can't go wrong with either one of them. You can get this one in a 3.5 or a 4mm stroke, and you can get these ones from a 2.5 all the way up to a 4.5 at this point, I believe. It's really sky's the limit with each one of these machines. You can accomplish any type of style of tattooing with either one of these machines. Both companies have great customer service. Both companies have great responsiveness when you're trying to get a hold of them. They both have really great reputations, and they both have really, really good products. I am not sponsored by any tattoo companies. I just enjoy collecting tattoo machines and giving my honest review on them. So if you're like me and you have a power wand and you're looking for other tattoo machines to check out, have as a secondary machine, like was worded on one of my comments, one of these 2 tattoo machines you 100% will not go wrong with. If you're looking for maybe a good deal, Ron at Gratitude, shoot him a message, Gratitude Tattoo Supply. Maybe he can help you out if you mention my name. I'm sure he'll appreciate your business. If you have any questions, would like to see me review anything, I am still working on getting the Accus M1, or I believe that's what it's called. I'm just trying to figure out where they're at in the United States. I believe I have to order them overseas or something like that. And I'm not the most comfortable with ordering stuff overseas. So I'm really looking for one that's in the country. If you guys have any directions on if anybody's selling one, I'd gladly buy it from them. Plan on doing that. I'm also going to be doing the Injecta Flight X1 here real soon. It wasn't one of my favorite tattoo machines in the whole world, but I'm going to review it just because it's going to be fun to review for you guys. So if you guys have any questions, anything you'd like me to review, shoot down in the comment box. If you could like and subscribe, that always helps me out a little bit. And that's about it, guys. G. Dickens.